How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another After Action Report with RONIN 47R. Today I'm taking a look at the Tier 2 light tank, the Tetrarch, and I certainly hope I am saying that correctly. It's kind of does not roll off my tongue. So if you saw my T127 video that I have recently put out and or will be recently or soon releasing to you, basically I purchased a Russian tank and had a crew that needed to be brought up to 100% because when you move them, of course, I'm not paying gold. And they're less than 100%. So I dropped down and said, hey, I'm gonna drop it down to the 2s and the 3s and have some fun building these guys up, right? So I put them in the good old Tetrarch, which I really enjoy using. It's a lot of fun. And I believe on this day, it was the first time using it. So I just, I figure what I'll do is I'll just go through each premium and get that daily double or whatever it is that they're offering. And, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Tetrarch. It's a rare tank that you hardly ever see, and it is a lot of fun. Well, I mean, for me, it's not your typical light tank because, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when it goes down to, tier 2, tier 3 somewhat, but definitely tier 2, doesn't everybody seem to be behaving like a light tank or light tank or any other label? They all seem to behave very similarly. I don't know, just me, but I do have fun with them, with his big giant wheels, and it's just kind of a goofy looking old school. I don't know, I feel like I should put the crank in the front and kind of crank it up, with the little handle and then jump back in. It's like a little wind-up car. Well, this particular battle will be opening up on Lakeville, and it is a standard battle. And so it's a standard battle, then of course we're going to be spawning on the the A3 or J3 kind of area-ish. I do have a preference I like the south side when I spawn. That's just me. But looks like I'm spawning here on the north side, which is fine, Now, if you know anything about this tank, it does pack a pretty good punch. Let's take a look at the game mode real quick.
Standard battle. In this game mode, there are 2 flags, and each team spawns near their own. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely or capture their flag within 15 minutes to claim victory.
All right, folks, so we went ahead and, reviewed what a standard battle looks like. So we are all squared away and in agreement with how the rules are going to be played. And I don't know, is that the most common game mode? I think it is. So, playing a tier 2 game versus tier other, I play a little differently. It's more high stakes in a way because I feel like the lighter tanks really get hurt easily. It's usually, for me, my experience, it's a lot more higher rate of fire, and they just really can take each other out pretty quickly. But, it's all for fun. I'm just going to go ahead and not worry too much about that and see if I can pull up here. Sometimes I like to do it. It depends on which tank I'm using. I've never done it with this particular tank, but I'm going to try to use my... whoa, just got hit. You see that? 50% of my health just got knocked out from just one hit, and that's what I was referring to. This is not a brawling tank. It's almost, to me, I treat it like a tank destroyer, to be honest. The Tetrarch, to me, is a really sweet tank destroyer, but it is a light tank. And what I was trying to do until I got my feelings hurt and chose to take my ball and go home and not play with you guys anymore, is I was going to try to go forward a little bit and then go up the hill and then look down. But what they did was they actually pushed way farther forward than I anticipated, and I should have been a little more cautious because I need to remember, my fault. These guys majority of them are fast. Faster than a normal game of tier 5, 6, 7, whatever, where only 1 or 2 folks are going to be quick enough to meet you at the middle that quickly. But anyways, enough of me droning on, right? So I'm going up this hill, and this is where I usually like to play, is I like to come up here. Some tanks, you can come up there, and the height of the tank, the gun depression, it is just fun. I've never taken, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever taken this particular tank in this location. And I was checking it out, and it didn't look like I really could get to the position I wanted to, and it didn't look like I can get the gun depression that I wanted to. So, live and learn, and it's just fun just trying things out. Now, if you notice, Our team is already down by half. I mean, they are just schooling us. And I don't think my my one gun not being in the fight really cost the whole team the game. I think it just turned out to be that way. So now it's 4 against, well, everybody. And you know where this is going. So whatever. You know, I'm just going to go out there and see if I can get a few more points. Because I am playing and I will never give up. It's not like I'm going to do the, what do they do? Suicide stuff? That's ridiculous. Alright, now did you see that? It's a slow aim-in time. So now we're actually getting to see this tank in action. It's a slow aim-in time. However, once he's aimed in, he does have a pretty good kick. Now watch this. 39. Notice how the aiming reticle shrinks just in time for the reload. So my equipment is set up just such that it works out perfectly. And I feel like having the binoculars on there, because like I said, I treat him like a tank destroyer, it really works out well for me. Not in this particular match, but typically. He is pretty cool. So now it's down to just me and one guy. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to be honest, I could have dragged it out and did all that, but I wasn't going to drag it out. I figured, you know what? They're coming this way. I'm just going to duke it out and get it over with. Not a wah-wah, you know, give up, but it's just, didn't really feel like running all the way around the corner, down the south end and rolling back and doing that sort of thing. I was actually hoping that I was going to be able to sneak over to the side and see them before they see me, and maybe reset the cap and nitpick from this side. Here's the challenge, though. You have to remember, you don't get to use binoculars until you're sitting still for a while. And you can see I'm already 6th sense. I'm detected. I don't see them. I try to get out of there. I get hit. So, not so bueno. With this particular tank, I don't remember the exact view range, but generally I am relying on other folks to spot for me, and then the binoculars are backup. Because again, it's all about getting into position, setting up, then the binoculars will kick in. So there you go. Look at that. I just really kicked butt at 7,000. Well, scarily. Okay, so you saw how badly I did, and I'm in 2nd place. So go figure that one out. All right, well, again, my whole point is to build up my crew, and I still have not got the daily double or whatever it is that was being offered that day. And, you know, so I went ahead and just automatically went into the next round. And this is the Kamaran map. You are probably familiar with all of the maps by now, but for those of you that are not, you do have that diagonal river going down the middle, you know, from A0 down to K1. And you do have the center, we call it the island, but it's not really an island because it's not completely surrounded by water. And then, of course, you have the flankings of fully to the left and fully to the right, or fully to the east and the west. All right, so like I said, we're opening up on Kamaran, and let me slip in a little overview of the map, because that's kind of small to see there. Let's take a look at this map real quick. So it is an open map. It's summer camouflage scheme, and it's still a standard battle, so that hasn't changed. All right. Well, what are we going to do? How are we going to play this thing? Little oopsies there. Now, I could run towards the center, which is what I like to do most of the time in my typical game style. But, you know, again, I'm bottom tier here, so... And I'm not brawling, and I'm going to go ahead and use its strengths, which is its speed. And maybe, just maybe, I can get into a position where I can start spotting for my artillery. Well, not to mention anybody else that has line of sight. And look at that. Looks like some people are being lit up. Not by me, but that's okay. Can't we take advantage of it? And so you have to really choose your situations carefully, because it does take a while to aim in. So I did get 44 off that guy, but then my second round shot the dead guy. So that did a whole bunch of nothing. Insult to injury, but that's all right. So now coming up and over, and gun depression isn't all that spectacular. Trying to see, you have to really wait for that aim in for it to get accurate. And when it does aim in, it does get pretty accurate. So 47 on him, but here, see, I'm sitting out there way too long. Way too long, I'm detected. See that? And now I've lost 55% of my health, and I lost my driver, and so I had to use my kit. And it's the beginning of the game. I mean, it's only been a minute and a half or so, and I'm already less than half. Already used my first aid kit. Not looking like a good game. See, I rushed the shot through a low ball. You really have to give this tank time to aim in. But if you aim in, it will be very happy with you. Little blind shot there, and it was meaningless because he got out of the way. Alright, well, nothing too much over here in the southwest corner, so I felt comfortable enough to head over. Wait a minute. Oops. There's a light tank. Yeah, I am not going to sit there and brawl with this guy. He's full health. So, what should I do? Well, I'm going to go ahead and get out of there while maintaining this building in between he and I. So I got to quickly see the traverse. Not that impressive. Forward speed? Yeah, not too bad. Again, move to the right a little bit to continue to keep those buildings in between he and I. So you're always thinking three-dimensionally as you're cruising along and thinking, okay, what are the things, what are the artifacts that I can keep between myself and the opposition? Always think that way. So now he should be distracted, hopefully, with my medium tank that is moving up there, the Chiha. And so now I am trying to, once again, sneak into position. Oops, knocked the tree over. Already might have seen that, but oh well. Nope, he's on the other side of that building. Now somebody sees me, which is probably the T7. On the run, missed him. Ah, got a nice 45 roll on him. So, and you know, at this level, 45 points. Sounds small, but again, remember, I'm a tier 2. 45 points of damage is huge. Hit that guy 3 times, he's done. So, alright. Not so good. See, notice how they can see me a lot quicker than I can see them. A little drawback of this tank. But if you let the binoculars kick in, you're doing a lot better. Chose to waste ammo on the debris. Get rid of that because I do not want him hiding, you know. Now, he's going to go for the sure thing. That T7 car is going for the medium tank. Sure thing meaning that he's got a buddy and he knows where he is. So he is kind of moving up. Now, if my guy can move out of the way, okay, there we go. 55 roll on that car. Done. And one more by my buddy. Done. Okay, so now we have the light tank over there, the tier 3. And he, see, 43. Another roll. Now, I got hit really badly. I'm down to what? Is that 2? 3 health points? That sucks. My game is practically over. I've only got 1 kill, 10 penetrating shots. 4 criticals, you know, some spots, that sort of thing. But, you know, I'm working, but not working as well as I'd like to. My goal, of course, you know, selfishly, I'd love to do, you know, well, come in first and all that, of course. You know, that's always fun to strive for those types of things. But my end result is always do well for the team. You do well for the team, you will by default do well. Don't think by yourself. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let it aim in. See, again, didn't let it aim in all the time. Couldn't afford to allow it to aim in all the time. And I just got some little, you know, critical off his tracks, and I didn't get to take off some health, so not fun. Pulling back, not being eager to die. There's only 2 of them. And there's only 3 of us. I mean, there's 2 artillery, but, I mean, there's only 3 of us cruising around, actively getting in their face. 2 of which are a little too far to the east for me to really consider them a distraction to my enemy to the south. So I got to play it safe. I'm coming back. I mean, look at that. A strong wind is going to kill me. It's pulsating red. Yikes. This guy is not doing well. His viewfinder's damaged. I mean, good lord. Oh, and I lost another crew member. So, no bueno. All right, so here I come. I'm going to hide behind you guys. I mean, look at this guy. He's full health. So, yeah, feel free to scout ahead there, buddy. Feel free to scout ahead. And I'm trying to indicate, hey, over there is where I last saw him. Now, luckily, one of my guys, the Locust, good for him for this guy going out there and not wimping out, and he's actually working it. I don't know why the light tank with full health is still behind me. He's behind me, and I don't know. Wish he would go out there and kind of work it a little. Because remember, you know, one-on-one, you can get the job done sometimes. But if you swarm the enemy, Wolf Pack, you are way better off, way more successful. All right, well, you know, my Locust, he's not really seeing much, so I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll go with him. You know, he's going to be a distraction. He's got higher health, but oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yikes. I feel bad for the Locust because now he's caught between a rock and a hard place, between two enemy, one known and one unknown to the west, and the Locust is down. M2 Light Tank took him out, and he's at 50% health, so yikes. Yikes. See, now if we had our buddy that went with us, we would have been way better off, but nope. We were forced to go out singly, or well, I followed him out, but all right, so now I know he's in the river. Ooh. Oh, there he is. He's so fast. Look at him. He took off. Boom. 52 roll. Excellent. And there it is. So the great part is that he was, got to get behind cover because I was spotted. The great part is that he moved forward, did not see me, and when he got into that flat terrain, I could take advantage of that. And you can see, again, this thing kicks out a lot of damage. Slow to aim. It's like a Russian heavy tank. It's like a Russian tank destroyer. Slow to aim. Decent, not great, decent accuracy, although I'd say it's actually pretty good accuracy considering. And a very great punch, very good punch, very happy with that. All right, so 6 criticals, 12 penetrating there, 2 kills. We have 1 guy to go. And we're playing pretty smart. I wish the light tank would help me out. I keep telling him, you know, come with me, help me out here, but not so much. I don't know, maybe he's AFK? I don't know. I'm not going to lurk and play babysitter, you know, whatever. I'm going to do what I got to do. So me and my huge health pool are going to go ahead and spot against the enemy. Now, meanwhile, I'm pretty happy with the artillery because some of them are, you know, they're pretty active. They're talking. I don't hear them because I have it turned down. But, you know, they're pretty active. They're communicating and they are moving forward. One of them is. So that's nice. All right. Here we go. I'm still trying to get that light tank to follow me. Follow me, buddy. What is the artillery? The artillery. Look at that. The artillery spotting, you know, or he's moving forward. Good for you, buddy. Good on him. All right. Well, I'm slowly. And then see, now I'll go slowly. I'll wait. I wait for the goggles to kick in. Nothing. I move forward a little bit. Just a few meters. Wait for the goggles to kick in. Not much cover out here. All you have is distance, and I'm not a distancy guy, you know, without the binoculars. Oh, there we go. There we go. Possibly. Done. Bounced. Not good. Now I have to reposition. Lost my aim. Ooh, good hit. A 50 roll. He's a one-shot. Done. Done and done. Now that was a good game. Except for the one guy that didn't follow and help out. But everybody else, notice how we patiently didn't rush in, worked as a team. That's great stuff. So let's go ahead and see what we got. A tier 2 game, 14,000 and change on silver, and look at that experience. I know it is a 5 times multiplier, but you know what? I'll take it. 10,555. I got to tell you, I can tell you now, after playing this and the T127 one time in each tank, I went from a 50% crew to a 100% crew. It was awesome. Or was it 75%? I don't remember what I purchased, but the point is they went up fast. It was great. I love these tanks. They're fun. So I'm wondering if you guys have any experience with these tanks. Do you own them? Do you play them? What do you think about them? Let me know. I think we need to see these types of tanks more often. Now let me go ahead and get my crew for help. Closing this video out. Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
Well, you are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.